Hey guys, and welcome to Ask Allie, your place for spiritual advice for busy people. Ask Allie is the longest running spiritual podcast on iTunes. I've been helping others there since 2005. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, True FM, Google Play, along with watching it on YouTube. Today is Monday, August 13th, 2018. I want to thank you for tuning in and giving me a listen to. If you'd like to get a reading, find out more about me, or support the podcast, I'll leave the information below in the show's notes. And don't forget, if you like this episode, please rate it. A few things going on. First of all, those of you who are watching the video, I'm sorry that part of me looks like it's shrouded in darkness. There's light coming from the window behind me. And until I actually invest in the nice big lights that I should have, this happens. So first of all, there's that. Second, school starts next Monday. So say a little prayer for me that I survive at least the first week. So I can, at least survive the Monday so I can talk to you guys and do the Ask Allie podcast. I have decided to push the opening of the 777 Institute till September 9th, when the planets Mercury, Mars, and Saturn are all going direct. Now, we all know Mercury goes direct next, I think it's the 19th, so this coming Sunday. And then Mars and Saturn follow afterwards. But I thought it would be better for the energy of the Institute and for the people who are going to be teaching at the Institute to have it open on 9/9/18. So, if you wanted to be a instructor at the Institute, you still have a bit more time. If it interests you, drop me a line at info@777institute.com. And this is why I do not like doing the Ask Allie podcast in the afternoon. It's 4:24 right now. And by the time I get here, I've done a lot of talking during the day, and I'm just tired. I'm just tired, so pardon me for that. I've been doing a lot of meditating lately. It is a habit I have finally cultivated for myself. And the meditation has opened up a lot of pathways where before there were just walls. And on one of these pathways, I've been thinking about what am I going to do with the out-of-body ecstasy site. I know there's stuff I want to do to help the people who are trying to engage in telepathic, astral, and dream sex. I want to help the people who are trying to work with their energy and balance their chakras, strengthen their energy, body. What can I do? So I finally decided on today a group coaching is what I'm going to do. A group coaching program for OBE that we're going to go through energy and then the telepathic, dream, and astral parts. I should have everything up this week. I want to start it within the next couple weeks, and I'm going to do a beta class, just to let everyone know that the first one out is going to be a beta, and I'm going to limit to 10 people, and the fee for that's only going to be $100. And whoever is part of the beta has access to the program for as long as the program's going. So once we go through the beta, and then I update things, and I improve upon the course, which is the purpose of having a beta, then those who paid the $100, did the beta, get access to the full course once all the improvements are made. Okay? So this is something that you might be interested in. Keep an eye on the front page of the outofbodyecstasy.com website, and also take notice when the next OBE newsletter comes through. All right? All right, so let us move on. Let's get to the Oracle card reading for this week, August 13th. I am using Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And where are my cards? Here they are. And let's go ahead and do some shuffling and see what's going on this week. Now, keep in mind, this is an overview, so everything that I'm talking about here may not pertain to every single person. However, for the last 8 months or so at least, each card seems to feed into the next card, and so forth and so forth. So they all seem to go together. We'll see. We'll see what we got. All right. Card 1, card 2, and of course card 3. There we go. Now, if you want to see which cards I've chosen as I'm doing it, you can always watch the video, which will be either on YouTube or the Out of Body Ecstasy website, or you can just Google the cards. I've got the look on my face because I could have sworn we had these cards last week. Or last week and the week before. I know we have. Okay. Interesting. All right. So I think maybe for the second week in a row, we have this card, guys. Choosing your path. All is possible. So with Mercury finally going direct on Sunday, this is a good week to sit down and figure out what do you want? Huh? It doesn't matter what somebody else wants. It doesn't matter what your parents want or your siblings or your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your co-workers or your BFFs. It doesn't not matter to anybody. It doesn't matter. It only matters to you. So this week, choosing your path. Okay? Now, with choosing your path, we also have, I think we had this last week, view from above, get the big picture. So in choosing your path, you want to look at the big picture of how to move forward. So me, for instance, if I'm looking at the 777 Institute. No. Yeah, 777 Institute. We'll just do that. I don't want to look at just the courses. I want to look at the whole institute and how is it all going to come together with the spiritual travel and the publishing company and the magazine and everything else that I have planned for that. So I'm not concentrating on one thing this week when it comes to this, looking at it. I'm looking at the whole picture. So we choose our path. We look at the whole picture as opposed to bits and parts. And then the last card we have here is infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Again, abundance, I say again because I know I've said this in the past, abundance doesn't necessarily mean finances. It can mean opportunities, friends, doors opening. Believe it or not, doors closing. Because when a door closes, something else always pops up. So infinite abundance. Now you can take all three cards as a whole, again, choosing your path, view from above, and then infinite abundance. Or you can take them out individually. Maybe for some people this week, it's time to put your foot down and choose what you want to do instead of screwing around with it. Okay? Other people may have a problem or a situation that can't seem to get a handle on it. So instead of trying to get to the nitty-gritty, look at the overview of the problem and the solution will present itself. Maybe for some, you keep trying to do things, and finally, this week, something kicks loose. So you have it all together, and you can have it individually. Right? Right. Okay, guys. Again, that was Denise Lynn, Sacred Traveler Oracle Cards, Choosing Your Path, View from Above, and Infinite Abundance. I like all of that. And I'm just going to keep these cards out, these Oracle cards. I'm shuffling again. Because the topic this week is how to use Oracle cards for daily insight. I don't know about you, but I like using Oracle cards for a daily insight. And you can use physical cards or one of the many apps. There's so many apps out there nowadays. There's more than just Hay House apps, which is, I think, what, Ocean Media. There is one I like. Well, let's see who they are again. It's Indie something. And these guys put out some pretty good Oracle card apps. So let me see what the last one I got from them was called Spirit Animal. And it's called Indigo's. Indigo's. Whoops, it just went there. It's software with a soul. And yeah, these are Spirit Animal Oracle cards. Ask me later. And these are actually pretty good. I'm enjoying these Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So, how to use Oracle cards for daily insight. because I like to get a leg up on the day. I like to do this in the morning. After I get up at 4:30 and feed all the animals, I like to look at a card before I go into work and get off with my day. So the first thing you want to do, if you would like to use oracle cards for daily insight, is you don't want to be anxious or uptight. Any type of worry, anxiety when you're pulling a card. Because the energy that's within you, the anxiety, the depression, the worry, is going to come out in the cards. Guaranteed. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to take a few breaths in. You want to breathe in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And you do that 3 times, 3 sets of 4. And that helps to calm your energy, to calm your inside, so that you can go ahead and ask your spirit guides and your guardian angels, what do I need to know today? Something that general is perfect for daily insight. And that's exactly how I ask. Okay, spirit guides, guardian angels, what do I need to know today? That's how I ask it. Now, if I want to be a bit more specific, I'll say, okay, guardian angels and spirit guides, what do I need to know about that bus garage today? Or what do I need to know about my son before I go wake him up? Things like that. What is it I need to know? Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, spirit guides and guardian angels, what do I need to know today? Okay, shuffle, keep it shuffling. All right. And then you draw one card. You can spread them out. You can take what's off the top. I'm just going to choose something from the middle. And I've gotten this card before. Interesting. I have the begin now. Take your first step. Okay, begin now. If I got a different card, I don't know. What's a card here that is kind of like, There's always a card that you don't want to get. Or you're just kind of like, you don't stick the card back in and then try again. You don't put a card back because you don't like it. Okay? The powers that be, source energy, the universe, God, goddesses, whomever, spirit guides, guardian angels, they don't like you putting the card back and then drawing another one. Because then you're kind of poo-pooing on them, and they don't like to be poo-pooed upon. So, take whatever card you get. All right? So this one I have, begin now, take your first step. And with these cards, you want to take a look. Look at the scene. What is going on in this scene? Like for this card, you can't really see it very well, I'm sure. But there's a person, like they're waving by. There's another guy, nice and happy. He's got a backpack on, and he's about to hit the trail. He's about to take his first step. And beyond, you see the chickens, and it's like nice green grass. You see crops just starting to come up, and the sun starting to come up in the background. It's a beautiful scene. It's saying it's okay. It's okay to wave bye to whatever has been going on and take your first step to a new day today. That's what the cards say. Now, of course, each scene is different, like this one. Finding sanctuary. You see how the part of the castle is up in the clouds and it's away from everybody else and it's a winding staircase? It's saying seclude yourself. It's okay to make everyone go away so that you can open yourself up to spiritual sources, so that you can stop listening to the outside, what people have to say, and listen to the inside. The Finding Sanctuary has beautiful clouds. It has the night sky. It has a beautiful array of a rainbow on the back. It is a peaceful setting, right? If you're looking at the card and you're like, oh, I don't understand really what this whole scene means, because not every card is going to be really self-explanatory. Tarot cards, you get the tower card. You see that the tower, you got fire, you got people falling, and it's like, holy crap, what does that mean? You know, it's okay to pick up the little booklets that come with oracle cards, tarot cards, and read what the booklet says the card means. There is no shame in looking at the book. Okay? Now, once you look at the book or study the scene, take that energy with you and go throughout your day. Like, for instance, if I was using the Let's Begin, take your first step. If I was thinking about starting something, which, of course, I mentioned to you earlier, I decided on the OBE, group coaching, take your first step now. Okay, it's telling me it's a good time to begin this. If I was going into the bus garage and I wanted to talk to somebody, but I wasn't sure how to approach it, it's telling me to begin, so I can go ahead and take that first step. See how I'm going here? If I have to look for a new job, it's okay to take that first step to look for new jobs. So that is how you can use the oracle cards for daily insight. Don't be upset if you get cards that you don't particularly like. I get cards I don't particularly like all the time. In fact, I got one earlier when I was doing I pulled cards for the VIP group that supports this podcast, and I got this one. I got the narrow pathway. What do I need to know for this week? And it's narrow pathway. And I've gotten this one before. It's tread thoughtfully, and although the scene is okay, but it's got that dangling bridge, you know, that dangling bridge that's going over the rocks and the clouds. If you do not take your time, if you do not put one foot in front of the other, then you probably fall. And that's not good. So this week, for me, this narrow pathway, I have to think before I take steps, think before I speak, do not spread my attention out, be focused, and go slowly. That's what this week is telling me. And that, to me, I've gotten this card many times before, and each time I'm like, but I understand where that card's coming from, because I tend to move like a bull, and I tend to say what's on my mind, and I don't tread thoughtfully. So I can understand that. All right, guys, here we are at the end. I want to thank you for joining me here at Ask Allie. If you like this episode, please rate it and tell your friends. The more people who listen, the more people hopefully can help have their aha moments. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find us at AskAlliePodcast.com, YouTube, or the site I keep talking about. I forgot the name, OutofBodyEcstasy.com. You guys have yourself an absolutely fabulous week, and I will catch you next Monday. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.